What is up, everyone? Jay here with another Fire Emblem Heroes video, and today we're going to take a look at the next Emblem hero. A lot of people expected Roy, but it is not Roy. It is actually the Renee twins, the sacred twins of Sacred Stones, Eirika and Ephraim. So they are here and they're back bringing their usual shenanigans and are really powerful. So Eirika, drawn by Tafish, really amazing art, definitely really cute. I mean, Erika's cute in general, but Ephraim's actually my favorite lord between the two, and he's one of my favorite lords, even if I don't talk about him that much, because I do like his character and what he did in Sacred Stones. Ephraim's just a boss. But yeah, Eirika being the lead makes sense because if you played Engage, Eirika is the lead, and Ephraim, he tags along with his sister, but he doesn't even have any voice lines, I don't think, in Engage. And it looks like he doesn't have any here. He might have some here, but I don't think he even talks in Engage, sadly. But still, they're the twins, they're basically like a dual hero in an Emblem hero. And she's a sword cavalier this time, and she brings really, really strong kit and really strong skills. So Zero Twin Edge is her weapon. This gives -1 cooldown. At start of turn, if units within 2 spaces of an ally grants empathy and the following status to unit and her teammates within 2 spaces for 1 turn, the special charge +1. Empathy, if you can recall, and if I can recall, it just gives you more stats, I believe. I don't think it's that straightforward, but it does give you more stats depending on like penalties or something. Rune had it, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't anything like crazy. It just gives you more stats at the end of the day. And empathy makes sense because Eirika is a gentle princess, and empathy definitely fits for her character. And the special charges is nice. So, they definitely could have made this crazier. I feel like the special charges +1 is something that a lot of units give, but, empathy is pretty unique. If unit initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants a bonus to all of her stats equal to the number of allies within 3 rows to a column centered on unit times 3 + 5, maximum 14. That's a pretty standard condition you've seen on a lot of units. You deal true damage based on 20% of your speed, excluding AoEs, and you reduce damage from the foe's first attack by 20% of your speed. So that is nice damage reduction, kind of like a tuned Eirika. This includes the brave hits, and you have no follow-up. So that is nice because no follow-up is, not distributed as much in weapons and stuff nowadays. So, I mean, it's easy to outsource, but it's still nice to see it in the weapon. And you can get the Wind Sword style, which we'll see in a bit. Twin Strike is their special. This boosts damage by 60% of unit speed when special triggers. I'm pretty sure this is the highest percentage of speed on a damaging special. So that's amazing, going to hit really, really hard. You have the Brave Hit in both phases, and you also have Null Guard on it. And if unit or foe special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, you have the flat damage reduction from the foe's next attack by 40%. So Twin Strike, it's going to hit incredibly hard. You have Null Guard, and you have the special charges, so you can just trigger your special easy. The only thing she's missing, I suppose, is the special jumping, which in a way is kind of better than Null Guard. I mean, there's Scowl too, but triggering her specials isn't going to be that difficult for her, for the most part. Blue Skies 4 is a new inheritable skill. This looks like a better version of Attack Speed Mastery, because Attack Speed Mastery, if I remember correctly, gives you Canto 2 and Attack and Speed, but this one does the same thing, gives you Canto 2, Attack Speed +8, and you also get +X flat damage output, excluding AoEs, and you also get flat X damage on the foe's first attack by X. X equals the allies within 3 rows to 3 columns centered on unit, times 2, +2, maximum 8, and the first attack includes the Brave Hit. So this is an incredible skill, which I know seems crazy, but honestly, with all the insanely overtuned and broken tanks we have, like Nidhoggers and Dual Rhea, we kind of need something like this because not everybody has true damage in their weapon, and Eirika didn't really have it in her weapon. And I mean, should I say in their kits. So having this inheritable skill is going to be amazing. I wonder what the restrictions are for it. Probably the same as Mastery. Mastery allows for what, flyers and calves, I think. And Eirika's a cab here, but having flat damage output is amazing, and also having the flat damage reduction is amazing. So this skill looks like Attack Speed Mastery 4 because we never had Blue Skies 3. So this is just a brand new skill with a new icon, which is cool. But yeah, this is incredible because, like I said, just the overtuned tanks in the game, we definitely need something like this to help, or at least try to dent them. So yeah, Blue Skies 4, incredible skill. Assault Force gives you even more true damage based on the greater speed or defense, and you also have the the DR halving, the normal one, by 50%. Then you have Attack Speed Incite Home. That is an insane name, which is just a better version of Incite Attack Speed that also gives it to your allies and gives you more attack and speed, depending on the allies with the incited effect. So with a playstyle like this, where Eirika's just going to destroy you, this is insane, and it's going to make herself stronger and give it to her teammates. And then here comes her emblem effect. So this emblem effect gives you the brave hits in both phases, which is really strong. And again, kind of what I was talking about with the tanks in this game and how broken some of the armor units we have and units in general, having the brave hits can make a difference. Just having that extra hit, because a lot of the time the damage reduction, including Eirika here, only includes actually, never mind, what am I talking about? It includes the brave hits. I'm stupid. But getting a quad, you know, a third hit or a fourth hit can definitely matter, or, you know, an desperation hit or like a potent hit. So getting those extra hits really matters, but, you know, you do need the damage output. You know, you can hit as many times as you want, but if you're doing 0 times 4, it doesn't matter. So I'm glad they included Blue Skies 4 as a new skill. And this is going to include brave hits in both phases, but it does inflict -4 attack on yourself, -4. So it's not that big of a deal because you're going to be hitting twice anyway. And you also have the boost damage by your special boost damage by units max special cooldown count value ×4. So you already have a damage output there. So -4 attack isn't that big of a deal, but it's like the first Emblem ring that actually has a bit of a downside since like Emblem Marth, because Emblem Marth is like a bit of an opposite one where it reduces damage on brave hits, sadly. But yeah, and this only triggers when units range equals 1. So this only works on melee units. You cannot use this on mages, so you can't like quad hit with Reinhardt really easily or any kind of mage, and it also doesn't work with AoE specials, thank goodness. So I think it's a pretty balanced emblem effect. I mean, all things considered, you know, Emblem Lin happened, and that's a really broken emblem ring that I hate fighting. So this one, while it's going to be strong and it's going to be really useful for tanks like Marnie, who's one of the best tanks, you know, because you can hit them more times before they can miracle again. I feel like it's not as strong as Emblem Lin, but the style is what really is crazy. So this seems like it's only allowed on Eirika. I don't think it's allowed on anyone else. I could be wrong, but it seems like it's exclusive to her, which I'm thankful for, because if this was allowed on anybody else, it'd be a little bit too broken in my opinion. So this is the wind sword style, where you can attack foes from 2 spaces away despite only being a melee unit. So you're basically, we finally have, you know, kind of like a player phase javelin or hand axes like in the main series games. I mean, we have disencounter weapons, but those are only in the enemy phase. Now we can do this with Eirika with her sword and attack from 2 spaces away, but it also means you cannot attack normally adjacent foes. So keep that in mind. But I mean, this is just such a advantage because you won't have to go as far into the team, and you can just kill them before they can do anything. However, you know, it's not free. There is restriction to it, just like Emblem Lin's ring. And this also gives you Hexblade, because why not? So unit suffers a counterattack if any of the following conditions are met. Foe is armored with range equals 1, so melee armors if the foe has disencounter, which makes sense, or if the foe's range is the same as the distance between unit and the foe. So keep that in mind. And after combat, movement effects do not occur, so Gale Force won't work, I don't think. Skills effect range is treated as 1, including skills determined by attack range like Pavis and Aegis, and this style can only be used once per turn, but it looks like you can use it every single turn. So like Emblem Lin's ring, I think you can only use on turn 2. I think you can't use it on turn 1. So here's Eirika using it, and she's just going to kill Heithrin. And Heithrin is a, you know, she is a son of a bitch to kill, or a daughter of a bitch to kill, and you know, Eirika just destroys her. You have so much true damage, you have the brave hits, you have special that hits like a truck. Eirika is going to be one of the premier tank busters, as she was in the past with her legendary version, and this version is pretty much like a combination of a lot of her brother's alts. You know, Winter Ephraim had the brave hits, you know, legendary Eirika with the true damage, the null guard, Ephraim with the special charge, legendary Ephraim with the special charges. So a lot of it is inspired by their previous versions, which makes sense. So yeah, great art, really good unit for sure. And there it is on the engaged on Rosado here. So Rosado's going to get a brave hit, which is going to help him just get stronger. I mean, brave hits in general are going to be really useful sometimes, so definitely a worthwhile. I mean, every emblem ring has its value. I think this is one of the better ones. I don't know if it's on the level of like Emblem Lin ring or like Celica ring and stuff, but in terms of offense, it's definitely really amazing. So here are the rest of the units on the banner. For Mortis, Goto in the colorless, we have Guinevere, so kind of an underwhelming colorless share there, but we have on board Emblem Marth in red with Emblem Ike, and of course Eirika in there. We have Emblem Celica in the blue, emblems, just all the emblems, Piazzi or whatever you say her name in the green, Emblem Lin in the green, and also Atuna Brigade, who's also an amazing bow unit with Tempo Echo. So overall, colorless I can say for sure is probably the worst color. It's kind of a dud unless you're trying to merge his units, but Guinevere and Goto are not that great right now. I'm waiting for Goto to get his remix and refine, because I do have him at +10, but I just use him for scoring nowadays, not really much for combat. Red is amazing because you have Emblem Marth, who, sad to say, he's not the greatest emblem hero, but he still has that ring, and he can still hit hard against some units, and, you know, potent is nice to have sometimes. Emblem Ike, he's not the best Omni tank anymore, or at least like not the undisputed best one, but he's still useful for sure. You know, he's still powerful. in my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen him as much, but you know, he is still a great tank, I'd say. So red is maybe second best, and then actually, what am I talking about? It has Eirika, but blue has Sigurd, and also Lumera, and that's Lumera, right? I think I skipped Lumera. Blue has Emblem Eirika, Sigurd, and Lumera, who are, you know, Lumera is a decent light mythic for sure. She gives the terrain, which is useful for tanking, especially nowadays. Emblem Eirika, not as strong as she used to be because, you know, you have Hardy Bearing and stuff, and there's better nukes like Emblem Lin, I'd say, but definitely useful for sure. Her ring's one of the best, obviously, for teleportation. Sigurd, still premier, you know, Lance Cav that just nukes you and cancels like crazy, moves an incredible amount of spaces most of the game. Yeah, he's insane, still really good. And then green, you have Piazzi, who provides the Arcane Giant Axe, which is one of the best arcane weapons. And then Attuned Brigade and Emblem Lin, two of the best green bows right now. You know, Emblem Lin ring is amazing and broken. Emblem Lin provides just so much range and desperation support. Preempt Pulse, so she's really strong. And Brigade also is not a slouch in combat herself and provides Tempo Echo and really good fodder that you can duplicate as well. So I would say I'd have to give it to green. I feel like green is the best, then red is second best. I mean, Ike has Lagoose Friend. Don't get me wrong, Lagoose Friend's still amazing. I'd say red and green are close. I feel like I give it to green, but red or green, you can intertwine them, number 1 and number 2. And then blue second, third best, should I say, and then Carlos last. So that is my review of the banner. Let me know what you guys think about the Renee twins. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Sacred Stones twins, Eirika and Ephraim. Really great art and another powerful emblem hero that you might want to add to your roster, because emblem heroes are pretty much unskippable in a way, because you get value from other heroes, but they are the most valuable because you get that ring that you can give to anybody. So that is just really useful, and they have applications for sure. I mean, Brave Hit's just being able to nuke people, get that extra hit, maybe trigger your special, and it also means in both phases, so you can even, like, I guess, Vantage Sweep or something if you really wanted to. So definitely really strong, and I'm hoping that style is only allowed for them, because, you know, having that extra range on it is crazy. But yeah, that is the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Please stay safe out there. Peace out.